This will be a day to remember. A most auspicious day, as foretold by the Three. With help of this great Roman general, we finally reach an understanding and turn this most unfortunate conflict into an opportunity for our people. Let us now sign this treaty and begin this new era. No longer will we live our lives in fear. I believe my friend would like to say a few words to commemorate this occasion. Indeed, the Eburnes and the Helvetii were vanquished by the legions of Rome. But the courage and ferocity of the Erwini gave even the Romans pause. Let us drink to our...
Death to the traitors!
Finally, this tedious charade was starting to wear on me.
I'm ready to loose as soon as I see them.
One more. Should not be any trouble.
My people have picked up the trail. Go find their hideout and deal with them.
Good luck.
Stop right there! You! I don't recognize you.
Form up! Follow me for Rome! beating them!
One left. Disappointing.
Salve, Felix. How are you today?
Thank you for asking, Aquilinus. I would describe myself as amused.
You despicable snake!
Careful, Centurio. He looks fragile.
I don't care! I will break his face gladly.
Do what you want. You have achieved nothing. I am but an instrument to death's will. Besides, who's going to believe you, Legate? What do I get in return? Put yourself in my place for a moment. It doesn't matter if my actions were justified. The Senate will crucify me for what I've done. And if I don't cooperate? What? Will you kill me? Seems like a lose-lose situation to me.
An interesting conundrum indeed. However, if you intend to not testify at all, keeping you alive is a useless action. In fact, one advantage of killing you would be to experience the relief of revenge achieved, however temporarily.
What?
He's threatening you. Politely.
Is that all you can offer me? Threats? Tempting. This offer is difficult to refuse. If you double-cross me, though, I will find you. What do you want to know? Irrelevant. They were mercenaries. I hired them on Consul Vitellius's behalf. You are so obsessed with your family and your own career, you can't see the big picture. Take a step back. We did not risk a war with Gaul. The war was the goal. Don't get me wrong. The consul hoped your death would start the war. Unfortunately for him, you are exceptionally good at eluding death. But your survival turned out to be a boon in the grand scheme of things. I may as well tell you that I don't believe Vitellius Lurco could have won this war without you. He still blames you for his brother's death, you know. It's not like you held the knife that took Scaevola's life, but you did leave Lurco with an impossible choice. It was either his family or his loyalty to Rome. Unlike you, he chose Rome. It is quite simple, actually. The consul thinks Rome has grown too complacent, too sluggish. It takes an eternity to reach any decisions in the Senate. And while arrogant senators spend valuable time and resources practicing their art of rhetorics, our enemies mobilize. Our glorious republic controls a vast territory, but that also means our enemies are numerous. The moment they band together, Rome will be doomed. Vitellius Lurco is a man of action. He is not afraid to bend the law for the benefit of the people. People like him are born to lead. But our system never bestows them the power to do so.
Unless?
Unless Rome is in a crisis. That would necessitate the appointment of a dictator. A consul with extraordinary power, whose sole objective is saving Rome Many people would willingly die for such a cause. It's a small price to pay for progress.
Well done. It is impressive to see your elite Praetorian Guard at work. Now that you have what you need, proving conclusively it wasn't we who attacked your people, I am sure you can take your legions and leave.
Is this what he promised you? He can't do that. He doesn't have the power. Even if he did, there is no way we can retreat. Rome was attacked, and it needs to save face.
I am sure he can find a way. That is not good enough. I shall give you some time to consider your problem. Come up with a way to stop this war, and I will hand your witness over to you. Until then, he will be our esteemed guest. Now, kindly leave my city. For this time, it is your turn to bring me good news. I don't need you to let me do anything. You are in my city, surrounded by my warriors. I will let you leave with your lives.
I'm sorry I lost my temper. This was clearly unavoidable, though. It seems there's no path left to us but conquest.
The consul has requested that you join him at the siege of Alesia. Legio Ferrata has been erecting fortifications. Of course, Legate. They're not as experienced or disciplined as Weaktrix, but they know how to build a sturdy wall at least. Hopefully our legions will be able to fight more or less independently. Our legionari have no wish to mingle with those Ferrata men. This will surely be the final strike of the campaign. Once Alesia is taken, the Gauls will be broken, and we will return to Rome directly. If you have any more business to attend to here in Gaul, you should get it out of the way first.
Look at this pathetic excuse for fortifications. How could these barbarians ever hope to stand against the might of Rome?
They may look primitive, Consul, but I assure you, this city's defenses are formidable. We will need to be clever about this.
As Calida says, it's a well-defended city. The walls are quite high and sturdy, and they make good use of natural terrain. It reminds me of Algila in some ways. Legio Ferrata has worked day and night to encircle Alesia with walls and trenches. The aim is to prevent them escaping.
I wonder how we may use this trench to our advantage.
There's a river flowing nearby, so they have access to a nigh infinite source of water. That being said, Vercingetorix has over 6,000 troops garrisoned in Alesia. No city can support that for long.
A prolonged siege is out of the question. 6,000 barbarians stand no chance against our legions. Let's make this a spectacular end to my campaign. Very well. I trust your instincts on this, Legate.
As you command. Legio Victrix will form an elite team to quickly take out the strongest defenders.
But I don't think you should lead this spearhead, Legate. Precisely. Our value as occulta speculatores is far greater than our value in leading from the front. Remember Calcedon? If we can get a team inside the city again while everyone's eyes are on the front gate, think of the mess we could make.
I like this plan. It's bold, and the Gauls will not expect such deception from us. Make it happen.
There's one more problem, Legate. We know the Gauls will come to the aid of their king. Do we have a plan for dealing with their reinforcements? They would have to attack our rear. We could deal with an attack from one side, but Vercingetorix is no fool. He may launch an assault from inside at the same time.
Trapped between two Gallic forces. We may have great difficulties indeed.
Working Gatorix is a good tactician. I sensed it at once. He will not miss that kind of opportunity.
Details are sketchy. But it looks like the entirety of Gallia is taking up arms to save their king. We can't ignore them. The lesser chieftains who swore fealty to Vercingetorix. I do not expect anything tactically impressive from them, but even a disorganized assault would harm our plans.
The trench is deep enough to slow them down, but I doubt it'll stop them. I'm afraid for that, we may need divine intervention.
Or a lot of water.
There's that glint in your eye again. You have a crazy idea, don't you?
Whenever I come up with a brilliant idea, you call it crazy, but I think this will work. We simply lure them in and redirect the river into the trench. The Consul's Legion built a small dam between the trench and the river. That can easily be destroyed.
It would work, and I would love to see it.
They will panic and be routed. Trust me, I have seen this kind of thing before.
You people worry far too much. Put your faith in the impeccable discipline and courage of our legionari. We will prevail.
Of course, Consul. Whatever the Gauls throw at us, our men will withstand.
Right. Well, many duties await me elsewhere. Good luck to you. I'll see you again on the field of battle.
Blustering fool.
Good. Now that he is gone, we can speak more freely.
Did you notice how eager he was about Kalida's plan? That involves putting ourselves in as much danger as possible?
So it has come to this. We're helping our enemies now.
We are doing our jobs. Vercingetorix left us with no choice.
I'm sure we can find a way to perform our duty and still not help our enemies. I'm pretty sure they'll try to take him out, just like they got rid of Claudius Tranquillus.
Reaching him in the middle of a massive assault on the city, and getting him out alive will be no simple feat.
I have no problem with that.
Well, I do. They may be serving a villain, but that's simply their duty. Killing a consul's personal guards will be a grave criminal offense. Then I will defend myself.
It would be unfortunate if one of them perishes by our hands. That could give Lurko reason to prosecute us. Doubtful. I believe he simply wants us to stop the attack. That's not something we can do.
That will be difficult, but we can try.
Breach the gates of Alesia and draw as many of the Gallic forces over here as we can. That way, the Legatus and his speculatores can move safely through the city and kill the king. Let's go! them never to miss.
This is where we stand and fight!
Let's see if you can get through my shield. Keep pushing forward! By every Gaulic warrior we slay, the speculatores are one step closer to their target. Get in formation! Roma Invicta! Call for reinforcements! Don't worry, we've got your back! Nothing now, Romans! Round the battle, it seems. Let's show them what we've got. The speculatores can move unseen through a nation. Now let's hold this position. Expect Gallic forces to breach our defenses and hit us from behind. Dig in!
This was meant to be a silent approach. They were not supposed to notice us.
If our people failed at the front gate,
It doesn't matter. Those who noticed us are dead.
It seems like they had friends, my discipuli. Thus, we remain noticed.
Good.
tense, but we made it.
All drinks are on me when we're back in Rome.
The Gauls are advancing from the rear! We must hold our ground here until the men back there can flood the trench and stop the barbarians!
my brothers. Let's hope we weren't too late. They've done it! The trenches are flooded! Let's finish off the rest of these barbarians and push them back! Roma Invicta!
The city will be ours!
We're too late! That's Lurco's Praetorian Guard! They will kill Felix Hadrianus!
We must hurry! He is our prisoner!
Or we can sit back and wait for them to kill each other.
Remember, Bestia, we don't want all of them to die.
Right.
Salvetti la Grave. Unfortunately, I have no time to make sure you survive this.
We are more than capable of surviving without your help.
I disagree, barbarian. In a battle like this, there are no guarantees. Even a warrior as skilled as you might simply perish by cruel misfortune.
Indeed. That's what ensues. Let us kill them all, and finally be done with it.
We should wait for Corvinus.
We've waited long enough. I'm eager to settle this score.
Invigorate.
Nothing gets through my shield!
You're good.
Time to disappear.
did hurt a bit. Kill me now, or I shall return.
Serves you right.
Minerva lends me strength.
Felix Hadrianus is safe. Well done, Legate. Your plan worked. We finally have evidence against Lurko.
Let's return to political matters once the fighting has died down. I have no doubt the city will belong to Victrix within the hour.
I thought I understood the Romans. I believed your greatest strength was that you always stand together, never fighting amongst each other as we do. But I was wrong. You've killed your own people, and yet you have still defeated me. Finish me then. Let me die with honor.
It is customary for vanquished kings to be taken through the streets in the triumph of a victorious imperator, and strangled in public.
He fought bravely. He deserved neither disgrace nor humiliation, but a warrior's death.
I agree with that. Kill him now. It will be dignified.
He's no threat anymore. Even if he wanted to take up arms against Rome again, no one will follow him after this.
Let him be a sort of Gallic Cincinnatus, returning to his farm after serving his people, albeit not as successfully.
If you expect me to thank you...
Victory! The Gauls are surrendering!
Ha! That was easy.
We've killed 2 Roman officers. That's not good at all.
I'm impressed. It seems Lurko continues to underestimate you. You do have exactly what you need now. Me. But I wonder how the Senate will react to the circumstances of my capture.
He's right. We need to be on our way to Rome as soon as possible. Let us not give Lurko time to retaliate.
Our way, Legate, and the victorious legion. Few legions have earned their names as thoroughly as yours. It is good to see you again. Legio Ferrata arrived and was disbanded a week ago. I trust by now you know the procedure. Clarity of vision, a commendable but easily forgotten virtue. You have to discuss certain things with your companions, no doubt. Let me know when you're ready.
We should move. Ask yourself, what is my enemy doing right now? He who is on the offensive always has the advantage. I'm a warrior, not a strategist. I simply think we should act now while we have the initiative. He who strikes first usually wins. Then we shall suffer, but it will not be due to your actions. I am no simple service. We chose to follow you, whether we like it or not. A man carves his own destiny. If I shall suffer as a result, so be it. I am not in your place, and for that I am happy. You are not my enemy. Lurko is. If I was Lurko, I would try to kill you now. He has everything to lose if he does not. Old Cineros says being free is not a legal status, but a state of mind. I earned my freedom before we met. But it was you who taught me to be truly free. For that, I'm thankful.
Domine? Your frustration is natural, but I think the personal stakes involved cloud your mind. Surely you have solved more difficult riddles in your life. Know that we have done all we can. It is time to cast the die and see how it lands. That's a valid plan. Lurko will surely not expect it, and I believe therefore he will be ill-prepared to counter such actions. However, it would also imply a lack of trust in the very institutions we are trying to protect. Furthermore, it will involve a great deal of combat, and quite likely our death. I believe this is exactly what Vitellius Lurko would say. I have lived a full and bountiful life. This old man has witnessed so many things. I've found everything I've been looking for. Death is not to be feared. Young man, I've been taking care of your family since long before you were born. Now focus on the task ahead and make sure they never need me again. If you think I've been following you because I'm your Zeus, you're still a child in mind. I've been free for a long time now.
We are at the end now. I think we have enough evidence to get that bastard exiled forever. We will stride into the Pomerium as civilians once more, with pride in our eyes. That is not an option. We'll need to make sure everyone understands what happened. We cannot count on the facts to speak for themselves. They will certainly take some convincing. It is unfortunate that we had to kill a few Praetorians. But let us not forget the fact that they were criminals. What do you mean? Walk into Rome with swords in our hands? That would make us look like villains. Indeed, that whole mess with Lucia taught me that. So then the question is what you prefer, the truth or what's written? It's been a pleasure, genuinely. You always stood by my side, even if it was against your own interests. I will never forget that.
This is a bad idea. Last time I saw Lurko, he was angry, but he was not in a panic. There's another trick up his sleeve. I'm certain of it. There is always a way. The years I've spent with you taught me that over and over again. It's what I would do. Lurko is a dangerous foe because he knows exactly when to lie and when to tell the truth. He will tell the Senate that we have murdered his entire Praetorian Guard. You know that's not a lie. I am no politician, but as far as I can tell, the difference between a patriot and a traitor is rather blurry in the Senate. People will still be able to oppose you. And this time you'll have to kill a lot of people, not just those who deserve it. I wouldn't count on that. The world is full of foolish people. I'm good at killing people, and you somehow keep attracting people in need of killing. What I've done for you still seems less than what you've done for me.
Tell me, why do we not just march whole legion into Rome and push Lurko off throne? It has special chair for man in charge, does it not? Call it what you will. It is not a thing to be done lightly. You have chance now to make things better. Rome is not as I had hoped, before I saw it with my own eyes. There is so much squalor and suffering. In Wild, it is possible for man to have dignity, even in poverty. In city, this is not so. I think it is not so likely that taking Rome by force will end with power going to people. Power will go to you. Anyway, I don't think I will stay here after we are done. It's time for me to face my past and move on.
Shall we store your weapons at the villa, as usual? What do you mean? You can't enter Rome with your legion? It's simply not done. If you decide to do this, you'll be a villain. No one will be able to stop you.
I will. I followed you everywhere, done everything you asked of me. And by Jupiter, everyone in this legion knows I will follow you to the darkest depths of Tartarus if needs be. But this is where I draw the line. I shall not be your partner in crime if you intend to attack the very fabric of our society. Rome is a republic of its people. The consequences of your actions will revert centuries of progress. I refuse to be a part of that. You'd be setting a dangerous precedent for all aspiring tyrants in the future. Being virtuous is easy when moral actions benefit you. Everyone's good and kind when it's convenient. What reveals one's character is what you do when it's not convenient. Cross the Rubicon this way, and I can no longer stand by your side. That is unfortunate.
It seems you have reached a decision. I was worried you might say that.
A pity I placed my trust in you. What a disappointment you turned out to be.